going to cite some submissions or reports which come from the Rustenburg Reswoord Company. It's a retirement village housing the people who are old for frail care. It's titled, "To Whom It May Concern." It is directed to the family. It's dated the 29th of November 2016. Mr. S. Tlhapane. He was admitted on the 25th of February 2016. He was mobile. He had no skin lesions or sores. He was taken to a doctor for a prescription, and later on he was discharged on the 14th of March 2016. He suffered from a mild illness for which he received treatment. In June the 26th, he got a lot better and was beginning to eat on his own. On the 27th of June 2016, he could not eat on his own, and the nostalgic tube or gastric tube was inserted again. He became very weak and his condition deteriorated. We kept him comfortable and gave him pain medication. He had some sores, however. Mr. Tlhapane passed away on the 19th, at least at 19 hours, on the 10th of August 2016. The family was informed and the crematorium came to fetch the body. The family that is being referred to indeed was not family. The circumstances under which Ntate Moholo died are almost diabolical and frightening. Some people we know, let's talk about it, have been arrested as a result of what happened with regard to the dwelling and the money stolen and so on. I read yesterday when I got to Botswana a report in the newspaper, very significant. The person who's being accused there applies for bail. He says to the court, there isn't for me wanting to get bail. We do a lot of bail applications, that's the kind of work that I do also. And in his motivation for getting bail, he says the following: I want bail so that I can go and feed the dogs. They are hungry, the dogs.
Sole was a pillar of strength to the entire family. His understanding of our trials and tribulations, and solving each and every one laid to him. Asinawo amazwi okuthi farewell to you, Soli. Kodwa inye into esikayitsho kuwe baba wami, kokuba hamba kuba ihlangene ingqungquthela yomzoba Tlhapane. to say to you, come up. And enjoy the everlasting life.
I had to fulfill Daddy's wish when we celebrated his birthday, his 84th birthday, a few years ago, when he made me promise that the day that the good Lord called on him, he wanted to be sang into heaven by Kopane Chorus. Hence, I called the conductor Monty, and he did not hesitate. He said to me, Mati, no matter what we have on our diary, we shall be there. I want to say thank you to Batho ba Gaborone, those who've been with us since we came to Botswana from 1962, when we came here as refugees, and we lived in Lobatse, Kopile. Ko nikitsana sekolo ko St. Teresa School, until re tla ko Gaborone. I want to say thank you. For me, this is my home and it will always be my home. Lastly, to say, my dear sister, Chabi, please, I ask you that we continue being there for one another. We may have our differences as sisters, as siblings, but the one thing is that we love one another, and that cannot be taken away by anybody. And we should never, ever allow anybody to come between us. If we have our differences, we will resolve them, the two of us. And I want you to know that you are loved. Zinzele, you are my niece, and you have an aunt in me. Do you understand that? I'm your aunt, and I will never, ever desert you. This comes from him to say, Dad, he used to go with Dad when your dad would come and visit in Joburg. They'd go to Mercedes-Benz dealership, and they'd go and watch all the cars, the Mercedes-Benz that Dad would want to buy. They had a bond, and Dad used to say things about me to him which he wouldn't say to me. So Daddy, from Nosa sends his love and says, rest in peace, and that you'll always be missed.
I want to thank each and every one of you for the support you've given, not just to my family, but to my sister Itumeleng, who had to prepare all of this by herself as we traveled so far to get here today. And I ask you to let my father rest in peace. Thank you very much. I say thank you to Daddy and my daughter Paige, who somehow convinced him to try pizza for the first time when he was in America, because as you all know, my father was very stubborn. And he had the most beautiful heart, but we also know that he used to love to lecture and stop people in the street and talk to them. And sometimes we would run away because we didn't want to be lectured to. But at the end of the day, he would support each and every one of the public that needed any kind of assistance. I also ask that the young gentlemen in this generation take an example from this man lying here today. That was a true father. We live in a society where we have divorces, where we have separations, where we lose our parents. And I ask you the young men of today, please be better fathers, because we could not have asked for a better one.
The voice speaks for itself.